Rock Lee holds a very important place in my heart, and although he is the underdog in the anime and the butt of everyone's joke in the show of Naruto, he is that one character who keeps it real and is not afraid of putting in the work when other people don't want to. There's a quote of his that I will just randomly remember in the randomest moments of my life.
It's fun in ninja as well, even if I do not have ninjutsu or genjutsu. I want to prove it to the whole world! A genius, huh? What does that mean, genius? So I was not born with a whole lot of natural talent, not gifted like Neji, but I work hard and I never give up.
It's that exact mindset of, hey, look, Naruto is born with the nine-tailed fox, Sasuke into the Uchiha clan, Neji into the Hyuga clan, etc, etc. He's surrounded by people who clown on him for not being special, and a lot of people, like me included, can relate to that reality. When you're that one kid who wasn't born into wealth and have to see people your age being handed down luxury vehicles, properties, or a lump sum without having to lay a finger themselves. Rock Lee is someone who proves throughout the show that, hey, even if you don't have the coolest ninjutsu, forbidden techniques, or even something as basic as chakra, there's still always a way that you can improve. He had to endure childhood bullying, being told that he couldn't become a true ninja, severe career-ending injuries, and watching others progress while him staying weak himself. Now, no surprise here, Rock Lee is heavily inspired by Bruce Lee. So does that mean that Rock Lee is actually just a copy of Bruce Lee? Well, to some extent, yeah, there are some similarities. Bruce Lee went through racism and discrimination, being an Asian actor, sustaining severe back injuries, and being heavily self-critical on himself. Bruce Lee was also famous for his rigorous, almost superhuman training regimen consisting of lots of core work, running, thousands of punches and kicks, sparring, and other common exercises. And not to call out Naruto or anything, but when Rock Lee used Drunken Fist against Kimimaro, this was taken straight from Drunken Master as a tribute to Jackie Chan, and again, Jackie Chan crosses paths with Rock Lee in the same kind of struggles portrayed by him. Now I mention these people because these people heavily inspired the character of Rock Lee, who shows determination, discipline, grit, and all that, and looking at them, you can see it from the source that these people are like the true people who put in work and put in the effort to become stronger, to become martial art masters, to become someone who has a name in an industry. Now, to flip this ideology on its own head, is it true though? Like, is it true? Does hard work really beat talent? And we can look at an example of the Chunin exams. When Rock Lee was paired against Gaara in the Chunin exams, Rock Lee was left destroyed and severely injured despite him training rigorously, wearing heavy leg weights, performing thousands of reps of exercise, and mastering martial arts prior to the Chunin exams. Meanwhile, Gaara did not train at all. Instead, he relied on his own powers and innate abilities to beat Lee. This goes to show that sometimes, like, you might not be able to work hard enough to beat real talent, which goes against what Rock Lee says himself. Even Naruto is a big proponent of the idea of not giving up in the show, but the catch with him is that unlike Lee, he has the abilities of the nine-tailed fox, the ability to use ninjutsu or genjutsu. It's like the example of going to the gym. If you and your friend worked out together, put in the same amount of reps, put in the same amount of effort every single day, every single time, and as the time progressed, he looks at you and you look at him, and he's clearly more jacked than you. You wonder why, so you ask him, hey, why are you way more jacked than me, even though we're doing the same kind of workouts, same everything? He reveals, on top of this, he's been taking steroids. Due to this revelation, you come to a crossroads. Either you take steroids with him, or you try to outwork him. But inherently, you know that outworking him isn't really a possibility as he has an unfair advantage over you. So the question is still there, does hard work really pay off? Well, the truth to the answer is that there is no answer to this question, because there is always going to be two sides to the coin, hard work and luck. Without hard work, you can't use the luck given to you to make use of it, and without luck, hard work will feel pointless. So looking back, did Rock Lee really need more luck to beat Gaara in the fight? Well, yeah, he did, but the reality is that you cannot control luck. The only factor that you can control is your ability to put an effort into areas that you want to put into. And that choice is a very important one. Because you can work out hard at the gym day and night 24/7, no rest, making no progress, while you could have made the same amount of progress if you worked out less and took more rest, and probably more. It's its own dilemma that requires the person to discern the right path towards what they want to get there in the best way that they want with what they have at their disposal. it does work out if you're putting your eggs in the right basket. For example, if you're working hard in a 9-to-5 job and it doesn't have much leeway towards you rising in the ranks, then that is a pretty dead-end scenario where your hard work will be meaningless in the sense that you won't be progressing in that job ladder. Versus if you did get some kind of corporate job that had clear way to like progress with the amount of effort that you put in, for example, you completing a set amount of tasks results in you getting a promotion and proceeding throughout the ranks, then it makes sense for you to put in the work. So having that ability to discern where you want to put your hard work is also a very important component when it comes to whether hard work will pay off or not. And that is a very important one. And whether you do believe that your life is unfair or not unfair, it is still at your disposal to what you will do with the things that you have in your control and how you're going to choose to live out your life in that way. And I just wanted to make this video because I just kept thinking about Rock Lee, the character, and I wanted to just break down his character and his psychology and his morals and his values in a concrete way. And if you enjoyed this video and you found some value in it, then consider subscribing and like the video, and I'll see you in the next video.